What's up, everybody? I'm Jade. So this is my first official YouTube video. I'm super excited. What I'm gonna be doing is basically, so I'm filthy, right? I just did a haircut. I'm about to take a shower, take this wig off, and do a little kind of like get ready with me. But I ain't going nowhere. Let's just be honest. I ain't going nowhere. I just want to, kind of introduce myself and, let y'all know what I'm about. So I'm going to be doing a lot of talking. And so I'm going to take the wig off and do a whole skincare routine, put the wig back on, maybe put some lashes on or whatever. And then I also want to show y'all my at-home salon. So, yeah. But yeah, this is just a mess, though. We gonna start from here. So this is me, no makeup on, no any kind of product whatsoever on my face or whatever. I've got some hyperpigmentation, my cheeks, and some ingrowns, to be honest. If I'm just being frank or whatever, y'all, it's been a struggle with skin since I was. For a long time. So, but now I kind of got like a little routine, and it's kind of a lot better since I'm older now. I'm 31. Hormones, of course, being a woman, they fluctuate. So sometimes my skin isn't the best. So, but what I did use so far is the Hydro Boost hydrating gel cleanser. I always use that first, and then I do my daily scrub. I used to do the first cleanser, and then I would follow up with coconut oil, and then I would do the scrub, right? Yeah, but I just removed the coconut oil because I just was noticing some things about my skin, so I just removed it from my routine. This is witch hazel, so I'm gonna spray that. Like to give it a good spray. Ooh, I got my fan going right now because I live in a townhouse, upstairs, downstairs, and upstairs gets pretty hot, even though it's still AC or whatever, but it gets pretty hot. So, but I'm gonna let this absorb into my skin. I'll be back. Okay, so now that I feel like the witch hazel has absorbed into my skin, I'm gonna go in with this clindamycin phosphate benzoyl peroxide. This was prescribed by my dermatologist. It actually helps to like treat acne. It helps to kill any bacteria that's on the skin. And so I'm gonna rub that in real good on my trouble areas, which is again my face, because I don't have PCOS, but I do have like ingrowns and stuff like that. Because my periods are regular, all that stuff. I don't need to get super deep into my hormones, but yeah. But it does help me with just controlling, like, acne or whatever. So now I'm gonna go in with so I actually use bio oil. I use bio oil, and that has helped me with hyperpigmentation. I only use like a tad bit, like not very much at all, because it can become oily. So I'm going with that. And just, this is so funny to me. But, yep. Boom, 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 bam. All right, so moving on. What else am I going to use today? I'm going to use my snail mucin. I know y'all seen this. If y'all into the Korean if you're into skincare, you know what this is, especially the Korean skincare. That snail mucin will keep your face looking like glass, baby. Oh, I forgot one step. I ended up getting... But yeah, I love this stuff. Love this stuff. I would do one step before I did this, but it's too late. It's too late. What I was going to use is The Ordinary. They have this hyaluronic acid plus B5. So yeah, I haven't been using this for long, but I kind of like it. Little drop of that, little serum, and yeah, I feel like it makes my skin feel soft and supple. Super soft and super supple. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Gotta, make sure the foundation is good before you start applying makeup and all that stuff. So this is also by Clinique. This is like a little eye moisturizer. So just for the eye, for the under eye moisturizer by Clinique. Just put a little bit on there. Getting older, so I'm starting to see some fine lines. Just small ones, but still, I see them. They're coming. Do as much as you can to try to prevent wrinkles and fine lines and all that. Diet obviously plays a huge role in that. But so does product. And I just refuse to go get the fillers and all that right now. I'm just not sold on that for me right now. So anyway, so after all the skin stuff is done, which I'm pretty much done, I could go in with another moisturizer, but I think I'm good. I'm going to actually use this NYX, the mattifying a matte finish setting spray. I'm gonna go in first with it. Okay. And I'm gonna let that absorb. And I'll be back. I'm back. So I'm actually gonna use my Neutrogena Hydra Boost. This is actually like a moisturizing tint. It's supposed to moisturize and plump your skin. It's I wouldn't say it's like full coverage, but it's just like a tint. I really like it because it's very light. You don't need a whole lot of it. And again, it keeps my skin looking youthful, and it also is very natural looking. I don't like super heavy foundations and stuff that's just super pore clogging. So I'm gonna use this. Just put a little bit right here. I don't want it right here. Like that. I did just use a lot. That was actually a lot that I used, but. Take my little brush. I actually got this from I forgot the name of that brand, IK Maquillage or something like that. They sent me, I did a trial with them, so they tested my shade or whatever. It was all right. I think I got the wrong shade. It was probably me. It was a little darker than I anticipated, but I also thought I was a little darker than what I actually am. Sometimes I be going through that kind of delusion. So the color, I just end up not using it. But you see how it just goes on so well, and again, it just it's so light, and it just keeps my skin looking glowy, and moisturized, and it doesn't. You can't tell that it's not makeup. I mean, that is not. It looks like foundation, but as far as coverage, I guess, but it's light. It still kept my skin looking pretty natural. That's what I like about it. Oh man, I swear I got some breakouts going on right now, but it's okay. I'm gonna do a little bit more because I might go out tonight. Today is Saturday and I might go out, so I'm gonna just kind of do a super basic, I'm talking about super basic look, no eyeshadow look, super basic, but it's gonna be cute because I'm cute. Period poo. So I'm pretty much done with this. Alright, I'm done. I'm back. I'm probably so freaking awkward on camera. Y'all don't understand how long I've been saying that I was going to make a YouTube channel and this and that and blah blah blah, and I just haven't put any videos up. I'm so critical of myself, and I'm really being vulnerable right now. Y'all have no idea. This type of vulnerability I would never do, but I'm pushing myself. It's 2025. You know, I'm 31, and what the fuck? Like, when is gonna be the right time to do it? Now, you know. I also did something that was like totally outside my comfort zone, which was the balloon pop show. So, yeah, I gotta tell y'all about that. That was a hell of an experience. It was interesting for sure. But first, my eyebrows are pretty full already. You know, like if you just, they're pretty thick. I got some thick eyebrows. So usually people think that I'm like filling them in or doing this or doing that to them. I don't even do nothing. I literally just like brush them into place and that's it. Typically, like if I'm trying to be extra, I'll conceal them, which I think I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna just conceal it just for shits and giggles. But yeah, but just the skin is skinning. But again, I got the little breakouts or whatever, but this is amazing. This if you're my skin tone, this is a hydrating tint, and this is chestnut 135. Chestnut 135. $8 or $9 at like Walmart. I buy mine from Amazon because it's a little cheaper if you like save and subscribe. So just saying, just putting it out there. All right, let's get into, while I'm concealing my eyebrows, which I'm going to be using the Pro Conceal. Everybody's seen this in the beauty supply store. You know, I'm pretty basic. Like, I know I'm a cosmetologist. I know how to do the makeup. I know how to do all the looks, but I'm just basic. I used to do all of that. I don't do that as much now. I be trying to be a little bit more on the natural side, but I will put it together now. I will. Anyway, let's talk about this balloon pop. So, this past Sunday, I was sitting at the bar, and a little ad came up for the balloon pop show, and it said the hosts were DZ and Shani Rose. And I was like, I never heard of this couple before, but it should be interesting, right? It's in Houston, so I'm like, why not? So I filled out a little intake form to be a contestant, and boom, less than 24 hours later, probably like 12 hours later, like the next morning or so, they hit me up and they were like, hey, you've been selected. So I was like, oh shit, like what did I do? I was just playing. Like, am I really gonna do this? Like, am I really gonna do this? And so I was like, you know what, Jade, we're putting fear behind us. You know, that's over with. So we're doing everything that's gonna get us outside of our comfort zone this year. And so, you know, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it, especially because, you know, I just opened my own like men's grooming salon, and I was like, well, it could definitely use a little bit of exposure. I recently got fired from my job, and so I just totally have become independent now from my job and working from home and just trying to grow my clientele in my business. So I was like, this could give me some exposure, but also I could find a little boo or whatever. Like, what if, you know, I'll find a little boo or whatever. so I was like, well, let's just go and have some fun. So went, I got there, and the girls started to, so we got there 15 minutes. They wanted us to arrive 15 minutes earlier than the guys so they could separate us. And so I got there at 7:45. The guys got there at 8. The girls started to spill in. There was about 8 of us, and they were super cool. Like, the girls was mad cool. We all was just kind of sitting there chit-chatting, exchanging Instagrams, just kind of getting to know each other just a little bit, you know. And the guests were super courteous. They were super courteous. They got us some little snacks and stuff, which they didn't have to do that, right? Margaritas. Look, a pregnant lady was serving me a margarita. I said, damn. But I was happy because y'all know I love me a margarita. and do. So I'm Margarita Mommy, so that was perfect. So after we kind of got to know each other a little bit, we did our intros. So if y'all ever seen the show, you know that when it first comes on, the ladies that are in the lineup, or fellas that are in the lineup, that are holding the balloons, you know, waiting out for people, you know, waiting for the person to come out, they have like a little intro. They come out and you know, they'll show off themselves or whatever in some sort of way. So we all one by one did that. I was like, I'm going first because I just want the pressure gone, you know, because I don't want to do something somebody else is doing or whatever. So I was like, I'm gonna just go first and set the tone. So I went first, and then once everybody was finished with that, they hit us. Then they brought out the guys. So the guys then went in. Okay, so now y'all see my eyebrows. I concealed them. My eyebrows are thick as hell. Like, I'm telling you, I don't fill them in. I just conceal them because they're just thick like that. I pretty much shape them, and then that's it. So boom, bam, done with eyebrows, pretty much. I do want to kind of blend a little bit more, just so it's not like a line of demarcation, like you can see, you know. Anyway, brought out the guys. So the guys did their little intros. Oh, well, what are you looking for? You know, DZ was interviewing the guys. So what are you looking for? Oh, you know, my name is such and such. I'm 31. I do this and that, and I'm looking for blah, blah, blah. So that was cool to see. But again, hit us. I could kind of see the guys, but I was like, I didn't want to be, I will judge you. So I didn't want to prejudge the guys, so I was really trying not to look at them at all, like pay no attention, even though I could see through like a small little crack. The guys, I was like, no, Jay, don't look. So anyway, so they were done, and then they brought us back out onto the set, the women, and they had us turn around and face the wall, and then they brought the guys back out past us because they had to kind of go where we were sitting, but they had to get back past us to get to where they could sit behind there and not see us or whatever. So yeah, so like, you know, the show went on, and y'all know what it is. They brought a guy out, you know. I wasn't really feeling the first guy or whatever. I mean, he was cute, but then he said the two kids, and I had already prejudged that when I came there, I wasn't going to fuck with a guy that got kids. That's like a deal breaker for me. You know, he was super cute though. I loved his energy, like, you know, all that. It was good, but I was like, oh, he got kids. But then I felt stupid because later on in the show, there was another guy that had kids, but I didn't pop on him. But his kids were a little older, and I think that's my line. Like, if you have older children, like they grown, I could work with that, you know. But for the most part, I prefer a man that doesn't have children because I don't have any. So that's just my preference. All right, for this wig. Don't look at it. I know it's crazy right now. Don't look. Oh my God. Okay. I'm telling y'all, I'm breaking away from fear. This is real vulnerable. So what I like to do though is if I'm going to put on a wig, I'll just like pull my edges back, especially if it's like a short one. I'm just getting into the pixie cuts, y'all. Like, I'm talking about, this is my second short style like this ever in my life. I had another one. I have another wig. It is green. And that was like a pixie cut too, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I don't know. I just feel like I'm digging that look for the summer for this year for me. So I'm gonna be probably coming out with a bunch of pixie cuts. And usually I order my little wigs from Amazon, or like I said, this one I picked up from the beauty supply store. But they're super cheap, and then I always customize them just because I know how I want it to look, and you know, I'll do my thing with it. So slick these back so that because you'll see there'll be like a little piece of hair that comes down, and I like for that hair to, like, for you not to be able to see my hair, my sideburns. So put it on. I first saw this, I was like, this is cute. Oh goodness. Now I will say this thing is tight. It fits on my head, like real tight. Like honestly, the first night it was kind of giving me a little headache. I was like, damn, this shit tight as hell. But you see how I just like went from cutie to baddie that fast? Okay, well, I feel like I'm a baddie, so yeah. But yeah, you see the vibes. Y'all see the vibes. It's cute. It's cute. I like it. So this is kind of how I had it styled the night of the show, the Balloon Pop show. But I've been playing with it. So I think I'm gonna play with it a little bit for y'all too, just so y'all can kind of. So I've been like twist the knees back, like okay, let's see. Just kind of playing with it. Y'all know I'm a diva. I love makeup and hair, and I've been a licensed cosmetologist since 2016. I'm originally from Detroit, and that's where I got my license in Michigan. But right after I got licensed, so 2016 got licensed, 2017 moved to Houston, Texas. So now I live in Houston, and you know, I've always been into hair, always been into makeup. Even in high school, I was the girl that was, don't judge me, y'all, but I was cutting my eyebrows off, drawing them bitches back on, just doing the most, like always changing up my look. Always, my hair was always laid. I'm the girl that, girl, I know you got your flat irons. Yes, because they're in my purse. Yeah, I do. I have them. You need them? Like, I was that girl. I was always that girl. So, I always loved just beauty in general. Like, just, yeah. That's cute. Yes. Okay. This is cute. There's something right here. Do I want it split like that, or do I want to go in one way or the other? Should I put it back? Look, am I fucking up? I have known to fuck up a little bit. Let me not cuss on here. Let me not cuss. I need to stop cussing. I'm gonna bleep out the curse words because I got a potty mouth, and yeah. So I'm gonna stop cussing. But I think this is so cute. What y'all think? I mean, it's just giving. Again, totally outside of my comfort zone, this wig, but I'm pushing myself, y'all. I'm pushing myself here. I would never have done this 2 years ago. I would never have done this probably even last year. Well, no, last year is when I brought out the green wig, so technically last year. But 2 years ago, absolutely not. I would have been like, girl, I need some hair. I gotta pull the hair. I gotta touch the hair. It's gotta be like, you know. But this is charming. I love this. Just trying to place all the curls, all that. All right, and then sometimes what I will do is take a little bit of got to be, and then just kind of like place these little hairs on the side and slick them down with the got to be so they don't come up. But I also like to use the foam wrap lotion, so the Nairobi foam, for this as well. And I'll put my neck strip on it to lay it down. But with this particular wig, I don't think it's necessary. But I will put a little bit of got to be on the sideburns just to kind of lay them down a little bit. Yeah. Yes. And I'm still probably gonna do a lash or something. But I'm feeling it. A little chocolate drop. Y'all feeling the look or no? I don't have no lips, nothing on. But yes. It's cute. I like it. Purr.